Hi, I'm Richard Holcomb, and welcome to Who Rocks New Mexico. Today we'll meet Paul and Mariano Chavez of Valley Fencing, mixing family, faith, and fencing into one of New Mexico's leading companies. Next, Joni Griffin of Griffin & Associates, who spends her days turning perceptions into fact for businesses and communities throughout New Mexico. We'll talk with Buck Buckner about Rain Tunnel's newest car spa and Quick Lube, and why a shiny, clean, well-maintained car is so important. But first, let's look at a company that's born in New Mexico and definitely American-made, Perry Supply.
In 1958, Perry Supply Company started with a handful of people working hard to build a heating and air conditioning company to support local contractors in New Mexico.
Today, Golden Eagle Design and Perry Supply employ over 50 people in 4 New Mexico communities,
providing our customers with the best products and service that they can find.
While box stores and others rely on selling products from other countries,
Perry Supply believes in quality products made in America.
And our customer service is second to none. We're not only professional and knowledgeable, we're also your neighbors.
I've been working with Perry Supply for 32 years since the inception of Sundance. My father worked with Perry Supply before that. I can't say enough about David and the crew he has over there as far as being competitive and responsive in the service they offer.
For over 55 years, Perry Supply Company and Golden Eagle Design have been supplying builders, plumbers, and contractors throughout New Mexico the plumbing, heating, and cooling materials to help them get their job done, and done right.
Perry Supply is actually leading the industry here against all the other supply houses because their people are phenomenal. There is nobody that works there that wouldn't do whatever it takes to make sure their customers are happy.
Over the years, Perry Supply has grown as the demands on the building industry has grown. And when the building crunch hit, they found innovative ways to keep their employees busy and employed. Why? Because hard work and a strong sense of loyalty is what founded Perry Supply, and they're not going to change. Perry Supply Company constantly provides training and education for their staff, not only to better themselves, but to continually provide the contractors they serve with the latest technologies and practices the industry can provide. Look around and see what Perry Supply and Golden Eagle Design brings to the table in quality products.
Perry Supply is the largest and oldest independently owned wholesale supply company in the state, and we're still owned and run by the Perry family.
We know what it takes to make plumbing, heating, and air conditioning work in all areas and climates of New Mexico.
Most of our employees were born and raised in New Mexico.
And all the revenue that we generate, including the payroll, stays right here.
We don't have a corporate office in some other part of the country.
We take our job seriously and approach everything we do with integrity.
All of our products are top quality, and we ensure that our staff is trained in the latest techniques and technologies.
Whatever your project, we're here to make sure that it goes smoothly and you and your customer are satisfied.
We feel that Perry Supply is your #1 source for plumbing and HVAC, and we invite you to visit us and discover why.
Perry Supply rocks New Mexico.
A lot of places rock our state too. Here's another Travel Guide New Mexico moment.
My name is Ben Abruzzo, and I'm the mountain manager at Ski Santa Fe and the area manager at Sandy Peak Ski Area. My grandfather, Ben Abruzzo, he was the one that kind of started this all for us. He was one of the founders of Sandy Peak Ski Area. He was a balloon pilot and was one of the first ones to cross the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans in a balloon. And since him, my father, Benny Abruzzo, and my uncle, Louis Abruzzo, have been running our companies and have taken us to where we are now. Ski Santa Fe is a great mountain for all levels of skiers. We have one of the best ski school programs for children in the country. We have amazing beginner terrain. We have great intermediate terrain, and we're known throughout the country for our amazing tree skiing. We have about 600 skiable acres, 1,700 vertical feet of skiing. We have 5 chairlifts and 2 conveyor carpets. The base of Santa Fe ski area is at 10,200 feet, and we go up almost all the way to 12,200. We're right at timberline, and we have some of the best views around. So the great part about this job is, of course, the skiing. I'm out almost every day on my skis. You know, the work side is you need to go check the mountain, decide if you're going to open and close trails, and frankly, it's just a good time. New Mexico is an incredible place to ski. You know, 300 days of sunshine. We'll have amazing days where it'll snow 2 feet, and the next day it's sunny and 30 degrees, and you're skiing waist-deep powder in beautiful, beautiful conditions. Rarely is it all that cold, and frankly, we're kind of spoiled here. We definitely have some good crowds certain times a year, but the thing about New Mexico is it's not going to be like Vail where you're skiing with 20,000 of your best friends. You're going to always find a place to be alone and enjoy the mountains. Ski Santa Fe is an amazing place to learn to come ski. We have an amazing staff on hand. We have very affordable packages where you can pick up your skis or snowboard, lessons and rentals. All in one package, and it's a great place to learn to come ski. We've got amazing weather, and we'd love to have you come out and come skiing with us.
Up next, oh give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Just fence me in.
It's back, the El Ranchito de los Niños Home of Your Own house raffle. It's your chance to win a D.R. Horton home and help provide what every child deserves.
To be safe in our home.
Not to be hurt.
To grow up with our brothers and sisters.
Win a beautiful D.R. Horton home at La Cuentista in Northwest Albuquerque, or $100,000 cash. It's simple, it's easy, and you're helping kids. Order by phone or online. Call 889-6040 or visit elranchitonm.org today.
What you don't need when it's time to close your mortgage is a nameless, faceless voice at the other end of a 1-800 number. What you do need is a licensed local loan officer who will attend your closing, sit with you and answer every one of the questions that you will surely have as you read and sign over 57 legal documents. At Frost Mortgage, we're licensed, we're professional, and we're local. We don't just close loans, we open doors.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson, the owner of American Tire and Service. Do you know what makes a great mechanic? What makes one shop better than another? Training is mighty important. Certification? You bet. Experience? The more the better. Knowledge? Cars are complicated nowadays, and believe me, these mechanics need to know a lot. But do you know what really makes a great mechanic? Heart. It's a passion that drives a mechanic to do the right thing every time. At American Tire, it's the first thing we look for in a mechanic. Of course they have the training, the certifications, the experience, and the knowledge. But heart is what makes it all work for you and for us. Our entire team is dedicated to professional service. We all know that's what it takes to bring you back. We've been helping people like you for over 25 years. We're locally owned and proud to serve you. Come ask for me by name, Doug Wilson. I'd love to serve you.
American Tire and Service on Highway 528 between Southern and Northern. The only guys for you.
Need office space? 3791 Southern Boulevard in Rio Rancho represents an outstanding value in office space in the heart of Rio Rancho's business district. With clean and versatile space available, 3791 Southern Boulevard is a 2-story office building and offers good visibility with signage opportunities for tenants. There's only one suite of up to 2,700 square feet still available, so act now. For more information, call David at 505-259-3706.
The Chavez family of Valley Fence has built their business for over 40 years, one fence at a time.
Well, my father had me here when I was 5 or 6, so just about all my life I would work and come and help him. He'd take me on the estimates. And all through elementary and middle school, I would work summers and come in and learn the business, and was with him all through that. In high school, I started fabricating the gates and going out on the crews on fence work and guardrail installations. And Then went off to UNM after graduation for 1 year, and then came back full-time. Started with the business in 1981. My father started it, and as I said, mentioned, he did the hard part. He did all the work. He got it started from nothing, and brought it to a certain level. And I came in, and he gave me an opportunity of a lifetime to take that and try to expand it, make it better.
I'm proud of my son. You know, he's done a good job on this business, and he takes good care of stuff. He's doing a great job for the company. I think he's making it function, taking full responsibility for the things that we do.
We do lots of big work. We like the big work. You know, we're excited about that, and being statewide and in the surrounding states. But we've always tried to keep in touch with the residential side of it.
We've always kept the residential because it's what got us started. Fencing is sort of a security type of thing anyway. People want to keep their dogs in and want to, keep their houses safe and so on, and that kind of thinking. So it's an easy way to get to know people. A man came out here, I didn't even recognize him. He came back in and said, "Do you remember me?" I said, "No." He said, "You put in a fence for me back in 1971. So so he came back in here to get a gate, and that's the kind of stuff that keeps us, sort of keep it open for residential stuff, and you get to communicate with your neighbors, the community, and the whole area.
We feel we can give back and continue to give back to our community on the residential aspect and be a service to them in that area. When you're born and raised here in New Mexico, as we were, and have our roots here, so we're involved with the community. We appreciate the community. We know that we're here because of the community.
We've done a lot of work at the high school. As a matter of fact, if you go out there, you'll see a beautiful eagle that they placed out there in front of their rolling gates and stuff that we've done. And some of the ironwork that they've done, which is going to be in front of the new Alcoa and Transportation Building, they've also done that for us and completed it. I can't say enough about Mr. Chavez and Mr. Armijo. They donated an eagle up there to the sports people up there for all our sports areas, and it's really a nice eagle.
It's a company with the owners themselves are very ethical type people. They take care of their employees. Just so many things that I enjoy working there because, I was supposed to retire 2 years ago, and I haven't done it because I enjoy what I do.
Treat our family, our employees as one, and let them know they're important in the things that we're trying to do and accomplish, and we've done that, and so that's been a big reason for our success over the years.
I believe that the Lord's behind all things, and if we all would just continue to apply that principle, everybody can succeed.
Up next, meet one of New Mexico's top spin doctors.
Hi, I just saw Robert Wagner on television reading a script about reverse mortgages. Robert doesn't know anything about reverse mortgages, but I do. Every month at Frost Mortgage, we loan hundreds of thousands of dollars to seniors to eliminate their mortgage payments for the rest of their lives. How much better would your life be if you didn't have a mortgage payment to make next month? If you're 62 or older, give us a call and we'll show you how this wonderful mortgage program works.
Albuquerque Business First recently awarded their top CEOs of 2013. Who Rocks New Mexico wants to congratulate the winners and give you a glimpse of what makes these CEOs so special.
In a lifetime, I've had the pleasure and privilege of working with some pretty great leaders, and I would tell you without exception that the greatest that I've ever worked with is Doug Brown, for many, many reasons, but most importantly because he is a values-led player who literally makes sure that integrity is the first thing that he pays attention to, whatever the position. So initially, Doug and I served on a board together where we had a CEO that was not actually doing the job, so to speak. And Doug, without reservation, said, let's go talk to him, let's give him an opportunity, let's develop him as a leader, and let's tell him what we need to see done. And the way he described what needed to be done was the role of a servant leader. I knew from that moment on that I was going to love Doug Brown. He's values driven. Without exception, integrity is his #1 value. And he also has a strong partner, which is Sarah. And I will tell you, Doug is one of the finest people in all the people I've worked with, and is the epitome of a servant leader.
He is everywhere in the city, everyone knows him, and he is just a remarkable person. He's given to the university as a philanthropist, and he is at every single event in this city. He has knows everyone in New Mexico, everyone loves him, and he is just a remarkable person in every sense of the term.
One of the truly remarkable things about Doug that I think most people still don't appreciate, perhaps, is that he was a non-academic coming in to the business school and being the dean of the UNM Anderson Business School. And that was really not only a remarkable thing for him to be able to make that transition, but to then do it so well, to be somebody who come from the banking community, transition then to really helping out the state of New Mexico at a big problem it had in the Treasury Department, and then to become the dean of the most highly rated business school in New Mexico, and to do it so well is just absolutely astounding. It's also, I think, very important to point out that Doug, as dean of the Anderson School of Business, having come from the business world himself, has been extremely innovative in energizing the contacts between UNM Anderson, UNM University overall, and the business community. He's been a real leader in that area of economic growth, in particular by tying the state's top business school with the for-profit companies here in New Mexico.
He's an incredibly successful businessman. He's started several businesses himself. He's led huge businesses here in New Mexico. He's been a state officer in state government. And he just has a level of success that I think very few people ever have in their career. He keeps trying to retire and he fails every time, as he says. And we're hoping he fails this time. We tried to talk him out of it. He keeps telling me this time he's really serious. He wants to be with his grandchildren.
Professional achievement I'm most proud of, well, I'm certainly proud of being dean at Anderson School, but that's a work in progress. And I think a past accomplishment, the state treasurer's office, where we turned that around in 15 months, I think that was quite an accomplishment. Maybe the one I'm most proud of, though, is starting a company from scratch, Talbot Financial Services, and growing it over 8 years to become $2 billion in revenue and to produce 800 jobs around the country that paid an average salary of $60,000 each. That's a lot of benefit for a lot of families.
This is where many songs become one, and life dances in perfect rhythm. This is everyday life when it's embraced by the extraordinary. Like no place you've ever been before, this is Albuquerque.
What artists do with a paintbrush, Joni Griffin and her team at Griffin & Associates do with words.
People have a lot of confusion about what public relations is versus advertising, and oftentimes people think they're one and the same, and they're not. Public relations is what we call earned or free media. And so those are the news stories that you read or see or listen to on the radio. Advertising is paid space, and they really work hand in glove. Public relations should be a strategy that every business incorporates in their overall marketing plan. So when you are featured in the news media, whether that's an article or it's a blog or you're on TV in a positive light, that gives your company immediate credibility. So an example is the town of Taos. This is a client I'm particularly proud of. We have been doing the tourism marketing for the town for the past 5.5 years. And one of our strategies is that we send out press releases every single week on Taos, nationally and internationally. And what's happened with that is we're averaging now about 500 news stories a month mentioning Taos, some small publications and some very major ones. So Travel and Leisure in their September issue named Taos one of the best winter getaways. And then we send out a press release announcing that, and then that gets picked up by other publications like AOL just did that one. We sent out a press release about how dog-friendly Taos is. And we did some research, and there are more dog-friendly restaurants and hotels per capita than any other city in the United States. So we named Taos the most dog-friendly city in the United States. That got picked up majorly nationally. And so the PR just keeps repeating itself, and Taos now is at the top of all the really fabulous lists, and those lists just keep generating more media and more media and more media and more tourists.
You have to work at containing Joni, not motivating her. So she's a whirlwind. She's always got a new idea and a new direction to go, no matter what your budget is, no matter what your industry. Certainly tourism was not necessarily, when she began, a specialty of hers, but she made it a specialty, and she did incredible work for us.
So another example of a successful PR campaign is here locally, Mesa del Sol, which is a new housing development on the south end of town. Mesa del Sol had a few problems in the beginning. They kicked off with a bang, and then when the housing bust happened, they stalled for 3 years. And then 2011, we came in to take it over again, and the media was like, yeah, whatever. You know, is it for real? You started and stopped, now you're starting again. Yeah, sure. But we were successful in convincing the media of how successful the development is by once again sending out regular news releases. We did that locally as well as regionally, as well as nationally, and in industry publications. And in the 1 year time that we've had that contract, we've had over 500 stories placed on Mesa del Sol.
We've had phenomenal success in working with Griffin & Associates. Just the amount of public relations, news clips, and print media that we've received has provided a huge return on the investment.
Griffin & Associates was founded in January of 1990. We have 10 people that work here, and the average tenure of our employees is 14 years. So we've all worked together for so long. There is this synergy that happens amongst us where we can practically think each other's thoughts and usually finish each other's sentences. So when we're working on a client project, that creativity, that energy, that family relationship that we have really spurs us into all levels of new creativity.
You know, these people they're like an extension of my family, essentially, because I'm here with them all the time. And I think us being able to work so closely together, we really are able to give our clients just the best of all of us.
I mean, I think it says something too that we work in an office that is a home that's been converted into an office. Yeah. So I sometimes joke, or when I bring clients here, you know, I'll say, you know, it's like I leave home and then I come home.
I moved to New Mexico in January of 1983, and at the time I thought I'd be here for 2 years. Well, here I am 30 years later. I love New Mexico. This community is unbelievable. I think it's one of the best places in the world to do business. People are so friendly and welcoming, and it's such a business-friendly environment, and it's a place where you can really make a mark. So it's why I've been here for 30 years, and I will be here as long as I'm here.
You can get your oil changed at one place and your car washed at another. But only at Rain Tunnel Car Spa and Quick Lube, you can do both. We're conveniently located on Central, just east of Eubank, close to Sandia Labs and Kirtland. And it's right here at Rain Tunnel Car Spa and Quick Lube that you'll find a most amazing team dedicated to the cleanest vehicle ever. Shiny clean cars from the inside out and exceptional Valvoline lube service. You can be assured that your vehicle is in good hands as they take it through a complete 20-point maintenance check, carefully checking everything from your engine and cooling system to your brakes, electrical system, and transmission. And of course, we expertly change your oil, top off your fluids, and if needed, we can rotate and replace air with nitrogen to extend the life of your tires. You can get your oil changed in a lot of places, but there's only one Rain Tunnel Car Spa and Quick Lube on Central, east of Eubank. Count on us for a professional lube service and a shiny, clean car.
It's back, the El Ranchito de los Niños Home of Your Own house raffle. It's your chance to win a D.R. Horton home and help provide what every child deserves.
To be safe in our home.
Not to be hurt.
To grow up with our brothers and sisters.
Win a beautiful D.R. Horton home at La Quintista in Northwest Albuquerque, or $100,000 cash. It's simple, it's easy, and you're helping kids. Order by phone or online. Call 889-6040 or visit elranchitonm.org today.
Let's check out Rio Rancho's latest state-of-the-art medical facility.
As you can see, SRMC is just a beautiful hospital with a great setting. Our patients love to come out here, especially those that spend the night and have inpatient stays. The views of the mountains are beautiful, and we combine state-of-the-art operating rooms, intensive care units, and hospital rooms to get healing for our patients.
In everything we do here at UNM Sandoval Regional Medical Center, the patient is always our #1 priority. That includes providing expert emergency and trauma care.
The ER, it's a brand new facility that, being new and bright and welcoming, is an excellent way to receive patients into the system. Patients can be triaged by a nurse and evaluated very quickly and then brought back to a room and seen by a physician in a very timely fashion. Sandoval Regional Medical Center was built with 6 state-of-the-art operating rooms, including a Da Vinci robot. The rooms were built so that we can accommodate bariatric surgery, and they were built specifically, several rooms for orthopedic, including joint replacement surgery.
Orthopedics is a specialty to get people back in function, whether it's with their hands, walking, using their arms. That's what we do.
The very same staff that would provide your care as a patient after having surgery in our hospital also provides the same care for you as an outpatient in our outpatient facilities. We feature state-of-the-art machines and have the most therapeutic view in the Rio Rancho Valley.
So another outstanding feature at Sandoval Regional Medical Center is that we have the only inpatient geriatric psychiatry unit in the state. And this is a unit where we can take care of both the medical and the psychiatric needs of older patients age 55 and older, whether it's a medical problem, surgical problem, or a psychiatric issue such as severe anxiety or depression or dementia. It can all be taken care of in one unit dedicated to that.
We're able to provide superb medical care for the patients who do come to our facility, and that's what matters.
Sandoval Regional Medical Center is also distinguished by its state-of-the-art radiology and imaging capabilities. Quite literally, the best in the state. And when it comes to CT scans, we're the only hospital that combines an open scanner with ambient lighting, allowing patients to select their favorite room-filled colors and scenes, which greatly minimizes anxiety.
At first, I felt really nervous about the big machine and everything until they turned the room my favorite color, which is blue. And there's really cool pictures on the wall, which made me feel really good about everything.
Helping our patients relax, feel comfortable, and be well informed is integral to our healing process here at UNM Sandoval Regional Medical Center. And when you combine our patient-first focus with state-of-the-art facility, the best technological advances in the state, and incomparable care by a team that puts you and your health first, it's clear to see Sandoval Regional Medical Center is a hospital unlike any other. Best of all, it's your hospital.
Well, that's Who Rocks for this week. I hope you liked the show as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. For more information on the Who Rocks segments or to find out how your organization can rock New Mexico, we invite you to go online to whorocksnm.com. I'm Richard Holcomb, inviting you to join us again next week for another Who Rocks New Mexico. Have a great week, everybody.